Hello all. It's me, Professor Mason. I realize that some of you right now probably don't on the last page you guys want to check out right now because you got the email. I'm getting a 0 on my assignment. Understand how frustrating that can be to get emails such as that. But hope is not lost. By the end of this video message, you're going to find out a way to still submit your assignment for the week. A couple things I want to mention. Um, for most of you, if you had reviewed my faculty expectations, you would have seen 48-hour notice in advance of the deadline for written assignments, and I can give you an extension on your written assignment. No one did that. So without giving me notice, excuse me, cold from military duty, without giving me that notice, when I stick in the faculty expectations, you can't expect me to um, suddenly allow you to turn in an essay and give you that accommodation that I allot for students when they have a life emergency or a life issue come up. So I want to address real quick the keys to success in this course as well as any other course, and that is simply follow the rules. Too easy. The rules are listed in the faculty expectations. I give you deadlines when assignments are due, both the written and discussion boards. And it does a disservice to your fellow students that work hard to get the work done on time, as well as myself, who is extremely busy. I teach for 2 universities. I work a restaurant management job 6 nights a week. I serve reserve military commitment, which can occur at any time, like you did this past weekend. And on the one night I'm not working for the restaurant, I'm taking care of student needs. So essentially, I work 7 nights and 7 days, nonstop. I rarely get a family day. So it's important for me to successfully manage the courses I teach as well as other aspects of my life to ensure that that one day I have off, the one day I can spend with my family. But when students start turning in paperwork late, assignments late, they post whenever they feel like posting, that takes my day away from my family. And I would like to think that the one day I do have, I get to spend with my family. So there are a certain set of guidelines that allow me to successfully accomplish the things I need to do, and that is to help students, work at my other employment, because Ashford is not my only source of income, serve effectively for the military, and maintain a balanced and healthy life by knowing that one day I have, I can actually use as a day to diffuse all of the week's work and all the week's stressors, so I can be balanced going into the next week. So that means I need you to help me. And if you help me, I help you. Basically, what you need to do to help me, which in turn helps yourselves, is just follow the rules. Too easy. Real quick reminder, discussion board rules. Day 3, Thursday, your initial discussion board. Day 7, your 2 responses to other scholars. And it's to the other scholars' initial discussion post. It's not that Scholar A says to you, Scholar Bob, that was a great post, what do you think about this? And you respond to him. That's not considered a response. The response is to another scholar's initial post. Then, day 7 is when those are due. But this is what I recommend. Set up an hour-and-a-half block that you can have before Thursday that allows you to do your initial discussion post and then respond to a couple other scholars that post that same day. If you're all posting by Thursday, you can all essentially effectively respond to each other by Thursday, which gives you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where you don't really have to get back on the course. unless you're going to look to see who responded to you and you just want to give them a reply back. So you can have like 3 days off. During those 3 days, you can work on your written work and then submit it on Sunday. And then if you're having technical difficulties or a life issue comes up, you know you have at least another day, Monday, to submit your work. Now I understand some of you are going to say, hey, Professor Mason, we're busy. It's tough for us. I get that. I'm busy too. Again, 6 nights in the restaurant business, teaching 2 universities, reserve military commitment, and I've got my 1 day off on Monday where I usually end up working anyway, grading papers or whatnot. So I recommend that you effectively make use of your time. Take advantage of the advice I've given you on the discussion boards, because Ashford University policy is the discussion boards are like your brick and mortar class participation. They have set up the days that your posts are due by. University policy does not allow me to give you credit for those discussion posts if they're not posted on time. So I implore you to make sure your discussion posts are done on time. I have an ethical obligation to both the university, your fellow students, and your future professors, because if I allow students to turn in late and I grade, I'm violating university policy. If I allow you to turn in late, but I'm enforcing certain standards for other students, it doesn't make it ethical or fair for those other students that are working hard to make sure they get their discussions on time. And if I set the expectation that you can turn in late here, it enables some scholars to go forth in other courses to say, well, the other courses I've had, I've been able to turn in late. It's not fair that you don't let me, Professor A, B, or C, turn in late as well. So I have a duty to the university, to the students, fellow students, and your future professors. So there's nothing I can do on your discussion boards. It's plain and simple. It's not me being mean. It's not because I'm in the military and I'm strict. It's just I've got that fiduciary duty towards the university, the stakeholders, and my fellow professors. So do me a favor, post by Thursday, find a couple students, post there as well. You can get through this very easy, then save your other couple days, do whatever else you need to do with the university. Written assignments. Written assignments have a certain date that they need to be due. My faculty expectations, if you read them, not only do they talk about when discussions are due, and they're clear, but also that you have 48 hours prior to the assignment deadline to let me know that you've got an unexpected life issue that's come up that it is not enabling you to turn in on time. I allow this once. If you let me know 48 hours in advance and you don't attempt to take advantage of that system, I can say, sure, no problem, turn in on such and such date. So really, if those of you that did not get credit on this week's written assignment has simply contacted me 48 hours prior to Monday, you guys would have been good to go. However, there is still time to save your grade, and you'll know here in a few minutes what that is. So now you know what the written guidelines are. You know that you've got 48 hours to notify me, and you know what the discussion board guidelines are. And I want to reiterate, it's not because I'm in the military and I'm strict or I'm mean or I'm going to be the hardest professor that you've ever had. I simply follow the rules of the university. If other professors choose to do things differently, that is up to their discretion, and I'm not here to judge what other professors do in their courses. However, I can judge my students, which is all of you, on how you do in this course. And I've had students in the past that are very upset in the very beginning, but by the end of the course, they're extremely grateful because they realize that I've prepared them to be successful in their future courses. I've prepared them to go into a graduate program when they finish here. because they understand the hard work that is required to be put forth. And they also have a set of tools that they get to leave this course with that enables them to effectively mentor their children or other people to be successful when they enter into the college environment, when they enter into a college environment. So what you learn here with regards to how the course is set up and run, which is a standard in almost any online education you do, and what you learn as far as APA is considered in the mechanics, only prepares you to be that much more successful in your future courses. So I do have students that will come in to my course and they'll just be like, oh my God, this guy, he's too hard. But when they leave, they're extremely happy with their outcome because they're leaving as a better scholar, better than what they thought they were, and that builds their confidence level. So again, this is a very easy course to get through. I'm not hard. I simply follow the rules. I ask you guys to follow the rules as well. It makes it fair for myself, the other professors that you run into, and your fellow students. If your fellow students are working hard to stay within the guidelines, you should make every available effort to do that as well. I understand if you guys are busy. I do. Things come up. I understand that. That's why I always try to tell people, and that's why you see that announcement, technical difficulties. Get your work done early enough so technical difficulties do not deter you from doing your job as a scholar. I cannot fail you. I mean, I can fail you, but I am not here to fail you. Only you can fail yourself. And that's simply by not following the guidelines of the course, not writing on the assigned topics that you're supposed to write on, and not posting when you're supposed to post. I'm not in control of what you do as a student. Only you are in control of that, and that's why I say only you can fail you. So, last thing I want to mention is I understand that some of you get busy. I understand that. You have to determine, and trust me, I'm working on degree number 9 right now, college degree number 9. I understand at some points I have to find a give and take scenario. Sometimes I have to give up something in order to accomplish what I really want to do. For example, I was just offered employment at a university, which I can't mention. I'll still teach here at Ashford, but there's another university I'll be facilitating for part-time. And in order for me to get through my training phase, I had to drop a couple of my college courses because I realized where my priorities were. Throughout your time in academia, you are going to be faced with the same choices. What is more important? That degree on the wall or the extra A, B, or C that I have to do? And if you still need to do A, B, and C, and that college degree is extremely important for you to get, you have to find other ways to sacrifice the time you need to use to get done the work that you need to get done to get that college degree, to pass the courses you enroll in, get the college degree, hang it on the wall, and know when you look at it, you worked extremely hard to get where you have gotten. You all should be proud of yourself that you made that step to enter into college. I'm proud of you guys for making that commitment. But as somebody once told me a long time ago, a dean told me, anyone can get into college, but not everyone can get out of college. So I ask you, go the extra mile, follow the rules, follow the guidelines of the course, and you guys are going to do just fine. You guys are going to shred this course and you're going to be extremely successful. So here's what I propose to you. Now, since you know what the guidelines are, right, if you've listened to this video for 14, 15 minutes, simply get your essays that you did not submit on time this week and get them done by tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Submit them in the box. Remember, I have things I need to get done, and so do you. We'll see you soon.